You know, it was an important mission. There were like holy bones that had to be recovered. Strictly by accident.
How long has
Well,
it been since we got the mission to get the dress? Because that had a timer.
it hasn't been that long because we were contemplating like the additional time that it would take to go to the big city. But there's a seamstress here in town that could do alterations very quickly. And
Well,
we've
you
got all
know,
the measurements and stuff, so I'm thinking that would be like the quick, easy, lazy thing to do, get done and then head back.
seems reasonable. Do we have any other pending quests?
Yeah, I was pressing J, but my journal entry wouldn't pop up for me to see that. So,
Yeah, might as well.
I'll chip in 5 gold pieces just so she doesn't rat us out. Oh no, after we leave. I mean, after it's completed.
but you don't want to have her talking about while she's doing it too. So, a
Yeah,
preemptive payment for silence, not a bad idea.
I just the Burmeister or however you pronounce his name doesn't seem like a jovial sort.
Well,
Yeah, the
I
hamburger
mean,
will probably be upset when he finds us if he can figure out who we are.
yeah, I mean the big question here really is on what scale we have to, you know, judge everybody in this town. Because I feel like everybody is at some point of just miserable. And so, like, I think bright, cheerful, and happy is like a 5. So when they're grumpy ass, I mean, they're probably at like a normal person's 7 or 8. But yeah, I can't think of anything else that we would need to do other than get that done and head back to drop that off. I mean, I would really like to be able to find, you know, the thing that lies with the dead under mountains of gold coins, because mountains of gold coins sound like really useful right now.
Do we need to buy any healing potions while we're rambling around town? I only have one. Wouldn't mind having maybe a couple more.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. I think we should all be stocked up on healing potions. So, just as a side note, looking at the D&D notes, does anybody else note the fact that the tavern slash inn has all these ravens flying in and out, and there's actually a card that talks about Master of Coins Rogue? I see a nest of ravens, and there you will find the prize.
We should go check that out.
Could just be a nest of ravens.
There's also the
Well,
winery too.
I also have a request for something else I would like to shop for. How many alchemist fire can I get?
As we walk by, I'm going to say, well, that billboard is definitely effective because I'm already wondering why it closed.
Another thing after that, I was wondering if I can find some vials to make more holy water. Because undead seems like it's awful common around here.
What? Inflation is a thing, man. Well, I can't even buy a half of one of those, so.
Cole is going to ask the shopkeeper if is it a man or a woman there behind the counter? If there's anything they need doing that could perhaps be done in barter for some items. Well, I mean, in lieu of the credit, we could we could actually use a couple of potions of healing. I think we might be able to work that out for you.
Okay. And you said 5 gold pieces for each vial? Yeah. I'll buy 4, take 20 gold out.
And yeah, while he's at it, I guess it's time that Cole dip his hand into his own talents. Um, yeah, crap. Give me 10 vials or 10 bottles. 50 gold, right? And it's time for Cole to see if he can actually make some potions. I'm hoping to. Um, do you know which areas around here are good for herb gathering? Uh, okay. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be passing that bridge right outside of town. That's going to be fairly close, I think. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I'll let the rest of the group know if they weren't there that hey, good news. I got us a couple of potions of healing. Even better news, I've got us a wagon to take to head back to Kresh after the dress is done.
Nice.
Nice. I mean, like horses and everything.
Yeah, it's a wheelbarrow. Well, I said cart. It's so I will still keep with the fact that I'm saying it's a cart, and it's like, well, it's more like a 1 horsepower cart
You
or person. powered cart. All right, it's a wheelbarrow. The shopkeeper needs the supplies taken over to Crash.
Kaida takes his glasses off and pinches his nose.
What? It shouldn't be any big deal. We've got what's her name's magic horses and cart and stuff. We'll be fine. Piece of cake. And he assured me it was nothing dangerous, so we should, be fine. Yeah, and the trip, I'm sure, is not going to be any more dangerous than what we've already done, so it should be absolutely fine. There shouldn't be any, undead attractant or undead bait or something like that in the wheelbarrow. I mean, it shouldn't have a sign that says vampires, fresh blood, drink here. Shouldn't be anything like that.
It just gets worse by the minute.
Did I mention I got us 2 potions of healing for the job?
I mean, seems like it should be more like 8 or 10, but sure.
This is why you do not have the person with a charisma 9 negotiate anything, ever.
I think there was an inn to check out, wasn't there?
Yeah, the tavern.
Yeah, this Raven situation.
I mean, I don't really feel like a tavern's going to be super spooky in the evening versus in the day. We're still in town, so why not check it out? And then, we can get a good night's sleep, get the dress tomorrow, and take off to go earn ourselves a couple of, potions.
Well, I think based on the what the gypsy said, I mean, presumed gypsy. Tells a powerful force for good and protection, master of coins, rogue. So we're maybe looking for a rogue?
I think we're looking for the Raven's Nest. The Master of Coins rogue is the card that she pulled. And she says that it tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. And she says She sees a nest of ravens, and there you will find the prize.
Well, I guess we'll just yeah.
I'm totally not trying the doors to see if they're unlocked as I casually walk down the hallway, you know. What does the balcony over on the other side look like? Ah, okay. Well, I think Cole's going to do the Cole thing, and he's going to head outside to take a look at the ravens
Oh,
and see what pattern that
that would
they're
explain it.
flying and where they're heading. Oh, hey, Rodney.
Hey,
All right, so I think uh, that it would be useful, maybe. I mean, seeing where they're coming and going is going to be good. But what if someone approached the inn or whatever it is, and uh, you know, I noticed that you guys have got a lot of birds upstairs. Do you have anybody who cleans that out for you? Do you need somebody?
If only we had characters with high charisma.
And a short, charming stature so that they can pretend to be younger than they are.
I mean, my charisma is 17,
Right? And you
but
know,
I really don't want to have to talk to anybody.
yeah.
Well,
I mean, can I stand next to him and just look good?
I'm only a fifth. And he's good at deception.
Yeah, and your character's charisma is more his shy bashful nature. You know, we get it. You know, you're like that person who really doesn't like to be around people, but everybody's like, "Oh, but he's so approachable." And so they always want to be around that person.
Honestly, no. It's that the player was in meetings for 6 fucking hours today, and I just don't have a conversation.
uh
Uh,
Yeah, so I'm basically just going to be looking for patterns, seeing their comings and goings in the building to get an idea if they're like entering the attic or a specific room or what have you. While 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 Kieran goes and speaks to the keep.
yeah, I'll go with Kieran. Help.
hmm.
Oh, okay. I don't believe we have seen an entryway to the attic, have we?
No.
So I think Kieran's concept
So,
of getting that permission might be a great idea.
good. Thank you. We'll see what we can do. So I'm going to go in and, you know, doff my cap and bow to the barkeep and do my best to be small and harmless and hungry looking and humble and hey governor, do you have a you know slept rough last night? Do you have a job that might be done? I see there's a lot of ravens. Do you have anyone cleaning that? Huh. Is cook survival? Well, I've got a +3. Okay. And now I wish I could take my skill in there because I know that I've got more than a 3.
Yeah, Cole's got a +6 for survival. I think he's more along the same lines as you, Rodney.
All right. So
And meanwhile, Kieran is going to mumble to the rest of the party. I'll be back in a little bit, guys.
Yeah.
Take a wild guess as to what I'm transforming into. Velociraptor, obviously.
What
Giant
could
chicken.
possibly be a raven?
No, absolutely. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, I'm gonna fly through that little crack up there if I'm able to. I don't know if I'm able to or not. Because at 4th level, it says you don't have any flying speed.
Got a marmoset.
A squirrel? Squirrel could climb up the side of the building.
Yeah, I was actually thinking I could do squirrel, climb up, and then use a second wild shape to transform into a crow with a wounded wing or something. If the other crows like freak out, which they probably would. I think I'll go. I think I'll go with something that won't look like food to them, so no spider, and won't look like their food to it, so no cat. I think I'll just do a stealthy scamper on up there as a squirrel, and once I slip in through the opening, I will shift over into a crow. Or raven, rather. There. Both uses have been done. Thank you. Interesting. Like, before I turn into a raven, or... Okay. So I will pull back my one wild shape then. And I'll just let myself go back into my normal form. And I guess I will start looking around. So it looks like you said there's 2 iron hinged trapdoors basically in the floor. Well, I guess we'll check the strong box first. See if there's, you know, any traps or obvious locks. Well, how heavy is it? And the size of it, would it be something that would fit my backpack or no? Yeah, that figures. Okay. In that case, I will is it it's not large enough to go through the opening, is it? Okay. Then I guess I'm gonna have to check the trapdoors and see where they lead as quietly as possible, so as not to disturb anybody below. I'm closer to the north one, so I might as well try that one first. Nice. And nobody's in here? Oh, I cannot believe my luck. Grab the strong box and slip my butt on down there. And I will yank the the bed sheet from the bed and fashion a sack. Like double up the sheet to keep it nice and sturdy, but fashion a sack sling to be able to carry the strong box. And then going to slip out through the door. It's actually in need of a key. Well, since I'm on the inside, which should make it tons easier, would it be possible for me to kind of pop the latch? Sleight of hand, I presume. The only thing I have that's like really thin enough would be the fine blade on the sickle. Okay. Well, this is kind of sort of not good, but undaunted, I will give it another try if possible. All right. Well, there's that at least. Oh, and that. Thank you, Dice, for not being a dick tonight. Okay. So, close the door back up. And I will wave down at the rest of the party, trying to get their attention. And I will pull the block box out and point, mouthing "loot," and then point straight down, like where the tavern keeper is at, and then point to myself and point to the exit. Hopefully one of them figures it out.
No. Oh, I'll trip over a chair or something like that. Maybe make a big flop about it.
Well,
Yeah, right about here.
is that good for the distraction, or do we need to bring his attention somewhere else?
Like maybe away from the staircase.
Yeah.
No.
Like the other end of the bar or something?
I was going to say, anybody going to tell me?
Unfortunately, I
No.
can't reach you, or I
Yeah.
totally would, because you'd be the best person for this.
Yeah.
Well, we've got stew. How about a flatbread? These work?
Somehow you
You're
made the
having me
bread
roll
rise.
dice. I'm so sorry. Actually, no, with a roll that low, I can't get it flat. It's so lumpy, it won't flatten.
It's unflatbread.
And it's somehow
And it's just a massive air bubble in the middle.
uncooked and rock hard at the same time.
Title your sex tape.
No, I was going to say that it's both burnt and doughy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
It's lumpy, it's burnt, and it's doughy.
It's like panic slapping
At
it with
this
a
point,
flat wooden board didn't even help.
What?
burnt is very bad for sales. I am so sorry. I will
Okay.
I will get you new ingredients. Just tell me where. Huh. Oh, thank you so much. I'm better than this with a campfire.
See, that's what the problem is. If you had a campfire, you would have made a culinary delight.
Well, you never know. Ah, thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. And he, bobs and bows and doffs his way out of the kitchen.
And Cole heads for the hills. And by that I mean our rest area, wherever we've landed on for that. I don't know if we're still going to be staying at the church or if there's like another place in town that we got rooms at. I forget. Then Cole is going to be going along with his exceptionally heavy burden of sack, heading straight for the church.
Sit down warily next to Kaida and say, the soup is okay. Skip the bread.
I take a glance where Cole's going and infer where he's going. Sit down and have some soup.
Also, quick question. Do we still have a Nick with us?
Yep.
Okay, because I hadn't heard a sound from your mic, so I wasn't sure. No soup for me.
No, he just has plenty of dough, though.
Hopefully.
He hopes so. take one of the breads along. You know, if I get this to an alchemist, we might be able to turn it into a sticky trap.
Hey, I know an alchemist. Of course I know him. He's me. Well, as soon as the rest of the people come in, uh, Cole is looking directly over at Kieran and going, "My good sir," and I will pull the cloth off of the strongbox like with a dramatic flourish. Your particular skills are required.
Do I have to roll dice?
I mean, he could guide me on doing it and let me borrow his thieves' picks and tools if I get advantage off of that. Damn.
I could use a crowbar, some brute strength.
I mean, there's always that.
I definitely have my dice this evening.
Now, is there a padlock hanging off of it? Or built in? Okay.
Okay, so just for the fun of it, if Kieran is helping me, I would basically just get my standard sleight of hand roll. With no bonuses or anything. All right. So then I'm going to be like, okay, so wait, Kieran, you put this thing in here, and then you jiggle this other thing around. I don't get it. How is it supposed to open? Is it more force or finesse? Probably not. You know, I'm thinking crowbar versus
Hammer?
internal locks might be the answer right now.
I got a hammer too.
I mean, I got an Eldritch Blast.
I,
Not gonna
I,
go
I,
like that.
yeah, that I feel like that could go really, really bad, really, really fast. Like, I'm okay with a party burning down a tavern, but a church, you know, yeah, I just don't want any deities just like, yep, Yep. That group right there. Those are the assholes that burned down my church. I don't want that happening.
Okay, so do we try the crowbar idea?
I would be all for that, I think.
What, you can steal the key too?
I didn't notice the key, and this is my first burgling attempt. I thought Kieran would be really
Oh,
proud of
This
me.
is the first time you've burgled.
that explains so much.
I mean, as it was, you guys would have been amazed. I like dropped down from the attic into this empty room, and oh, Kieran, you'll love this, right? So I go in, beautiful place, it's all laid out, everything's empty. There's nobody in here, right? I go to walk over to open up the door, it's locked. So you want to know how I picked it?
Yeah, I have to ask.
Cole whips out his sickle. With a sickle. Okay, I guess you had to be there. It was really cool. Yeah, because basically I'd be describing how to break the internal mechanism completely so that it will never work again. It's like, just slip that lock just perfectly, man. Just right on through the door. There was like a weird metallic clank after I closed the door, but you know, whatever, it was fine. It seemed to lock itself behind me. Because they will have to break that door down in order to get it open.
Could I do an investigation check on it? Figure out a little bit more of the mechanism, then try another strength check. Okay. Okay. I try a hammer on the lock itself, beating it a couple times. I don't. It's a tool. Athletics. Okay. Normal. Ooh. Okay. Well, it's opened up slightly. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Uh, Leave be two then.
I will be back. I gotta go grab a refill.
Okay. Now the jewelry. What type of was that?
We better get a detect magic on this situation.
Okay. Yeah, I have it if I study it. I pray for it. Okay.
Excuse me. Okay. So which of us should try to interact with it? Or does somebody have a full identify?
I don't have identify. Uh, would Arcana help any? Okay. Uh, I don't. I don't have it either.
Maybe one of the clerics in the church can identify. I mean, I know in Baldur's Gate 1, when I needed to identify stuff, I went to a church.
And she was a paladin?
I'll place 5 gold in the offering plate.
You know, that tells us without a doubt who carries this.
Yeah.
I presume it would be whoever's on the front line.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought we had a paladin.
I do. I am.
I mean,
That
the
would also
paladin.
be the person on the front line.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll accept it. No one else wants it.
Likely, you're the best person to have it.
Yeah. Uh,
Yes, like is not in this party. You are the tank. I am the healer. God help us. At least we have some good DPS.
yeah. Okay. How would I attune to it? Okay.
Yeah, coming soon to a rest area near you.
Oh, damn.
Dim for another 30.
And it has 10 charges. Does it recharge at all, or it's just 10 charges? If you use the last charge, is it destroyed, or is it just empty?
And with the first one, the symbol of paralyzed uh, vampires and vampire kind.
Single target or area? In fact, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Well, we need to deliver both the dress and the wheelbarrow, so
So get the fuck out of Dodge.
they are going to the same place at least.
And super convenient.
Taking turns on the wheelbarrow. Trundle, trundle, trundle.
I'm guessing Cole gets the majority of the turns. Just as penance. Forgot
Did
to
you take the
do my
crest?
long rest. If we have to stop for the evening along the trail, I would prefer us to do so near one of the rivers, so that I can start foraging for alchemy supplies. Oh, okay. Or maybe the wheelbarrow adds added motivation. Or Cole can walk in front of everybody and they can just like push the wheelbarrow angrily at him.
I'll take it up the hill. Can we identify the potions here?
So we increased the party supply by 4. I didn't think it was possible to hear air finger quotes, but I just heard air finger quotes. So we all get 1 potion.
That's what I just heard.
No.
Sounds good. Come on.
And as we get the
I'm not
payment for that
this weekend.
and head up towards the Abbey, I just look at the rest of them. You're welcome.
Not actually drinking it, but I want to tip it. Curious if it would adjust the quantity automatically. It does not.
Well, yeah. Answer to both because we're good.
Princely reward.
And didn't this also get our friend off the hook for marrying Strahd or wife again or whatever?
It's all coming together.
Dun, 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 dun.
You're gonna have to do the song off key because I think we're the B team.
So I need to play it on a recorder badly.
Yes, yes, that would be perfect. A plastic recorder.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to make that noise, but you all heard it in your head.
Oh yeah,
I was kind of hoping for ukulele.
ukulele could possibly be doable.
Oh, oh dear.
Let's not hope Sarah welcome and get out of the Abbeys.
Yeah.
Let's see. Was that one the kneeling woman? A different thing. That wasn't. Okay. The wedding dress wasn't one of these. Okay. Well, I wonder if we can find the master of the marsh.
We could always ask the abbot if he would be familiar with a location that might match what it says.
I'm looking at the map and I don't see anything labeled marsh. Well, hopefully we can get directions from the local.
Like one of the people in the abbey, possibly. Or if we're down in the town, the townsfolk, I mean, any of the merchants.
Yeah, the merchant's probably a better hit. Uh, the abbey is too close to Baron.
Oh, we should probably check that out, especially since that's going to put us near the Luna River. I can hunt around for herbs the entire time, and if we're getting anywhere near a marsh, I'm sure there's going to be even more useful items for me to pick up.
Yeah. Is this any day?
I suggest that we stay in a tent. It seems much safer.
All right. That might be the last time we get to stay in a town for a while, anyhow.
That wasn't a roll.
All righty. Excellent.
Is there anything edible?
I will. I will.
Those look fantastic. They smell nice and mild.
I will recommend that we don't eat those, and I will just point out the spots on the underside.
Ah, right.
If you eat those, that meal will last you for the rest of your life. You'll never have to eat again.
Sometimes I wonder why I roll dice.
Because critical failures can be entertaining.
It's true.
Oh, not scarecrows again. Crap.
All right, so first thing we do, take out the scarecrow on the right, then the one on the left.
Yeah, and what about his 4 buddies?
Well, those we have the paladin of ravens take care of them. Oh, Karen. Um, isn't that like one of the markers of one of your cousins?
Sorry, what?
Basically, the standing stones I'm referencing might have been Fey folk built.
Good question.
It definitely looks a lot nicer than hordes of blowflies looking to suck the blood right out of you. And marshy swamp. Kind of reminds me of, growing up.
And
The
black
outdoors was
spotted
always
walls collapsing
better.
inland.
Yeah. It's like
Still,
the outdoors was always nicer than the city, and this definitely looks kind of like the city to me.
definitely has all of the rot. Still, there might be something left. There's a lot of scarecrows. Do I see the edge of a field?
It's all gone wild. But obviously the scarecrows are the town guard. Oh, I'm assuming we're all walking into town as we're talking about this. So the standing stones are over here by U5, I'm guessing, or are they U2 or U4 or on the little island? Okay. In that case, Cole is going to traipse across the water, do a goofy little comedic thing of stopping in front of one of the scarecrows and, "Good evening, Governor. Any place where I can get a pint?" I didn't think so. Still, kind of nice to not be attacked by one. Um, how difficult would it be for us to get across the water? Would it be possible for me to ferry everybody across? Like if I wild shape into a croc or something like that? Hmm. Oh, bummer. Well, in that case, there's no time like the present. Good evening. We bear you no ill will. Please don't kill us. Fair enough. I've heard worse offers in this land. I'd prefer not to spend the night in it, but these standing stones are very reminiscent of things that my friends' people have made. And Cole will Cole absent-mindedly gestures towards Kieran. You say that the people of the town did these? Hmm. And obviously, elder like nature gods, right? All right. Well, in that case, I will treat it with reverence and maybe try to do something that would, you know, help to have the gods take notice that someone's actually caring for it once more. Hmm. Well, that's kind of nice. It's a perfect place to put a baseball field. There's no scrying in baseball. I'll show myself out.
What
In
sort of
what way?
danger?
Yeah. That disgusting
We
warped thing, like, in the center? Yes. Oh, lovely. Well, I will say that as a party, we've never met a hag that we haven't killed. So, there's that. We have a good reputation. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not actually
Oh,
Baba Yaga, I think we'll be fine.
I'm sure I've told you guys. Baba Yaga is a title, not a name.
Baba Yaga is a title?
Yes.
Well, I was today years old when I found out about that.
Does she look like a commoner? The one that we're talking to?
And looking it up, it appears that Baba Yaga very loosely translates to scary grandmother, or scary old woman, or evil old woman, something along those lines.
Uh, the lady that we're talking with, could I ask her if she knows the master of the mark?
And my survival role is that I'm going to be setting up a proper, respectful camp. If the fire would be okay, then I'll make sure that it's like in the center of the standing stones. Make sure some sort of like sacrifice, like a ritual sacrifice, is given and burned in the fire, that the fire is maintained on a regular basis, etc. And other than that, cook up a nice meal for everybody and try to lay out bedrolls where they'll stay dry. Indeed. But that's what Cole's focus is going to be. That's what he's working on. Fare you well, friendly old lady. We are thankful for your wisdom. And yeah, if I have the time, I will get to work on the herbs that I gathered today, getting them processed and prepped, etc.
Yeah. I'll use part of the day to cast. Where's that spell? Ceremony to make the holy water.
Okay. All right. I will request Kieran's assistance with it if he is so willing.
I'm sorry. I think I'm drifting.
It's getting close to wrap up time, anyhow. Cool. And never a dull moment. We'll take turns keeping watch.
Oh, wow.
Ding, fries are done. Oh.
No, I don't know where that is. What's the XP to become level 6?
14,000, I believe.
Okay.
So 14,001, I should say.
Well, I thought I was. It doesn't seem to have done. Thanks.
I think I was supposed to
Two of
cast
my proficiencies become expertise.
Oh, I'm not entirely sure the level up right there. It gave the patron feature. But the table says I should learn an additional spell. Didn't prompt anything about adding it.
I think that's the quickest I've ever leveled
Oh yeah.
a
I should know
character.
7
Yeah.
spells. Uh,
I'm done. I've got my hit points and my 2 expertises.
Sweet.
I should know 7 spells on 4.
Yeah. Aura protection, no spell increases. And my save, just bonus proficiency, just went up one. No, it stayed the same.
All right.
Guarantee you I'm not awake enough to pick spells, though. Yeah, I saw that. I'm not sure it's been working right because I only have 4 spells. And if I'm reading the description correctly, I should pick 7. But the picker wasn't popping up, and I didn't notice I was supposed to be adding spells. Come on.